So we deal in the world. Your question is, everything in the world is how it's unknowable. Okay. Everything in the world is an object available to sense organs and mind. What is available to sense organs is not real. So when I see the sky, it appears to be blue. Is there blue sky? I don't know. Anything which is through sense organs is still a question mark is there. What is what I'm seeing really? Forget about anything. Rope in the snake in the rope, nothing. Even a glass of water, what I'm seeing? Is it atom or molecule or energy? I don't know. Everything is unknowable. But still, I take it as very concrete reality. I take it as real. Okay. I take it as real. For transaction purposes, real. We'll take it as. Right. Now, for Gnani, since the self is unknowable existence, for him, the world, everything in the world is unknowable existence. What is perception is not real. What is reality is not perceived. That's a pure existence. So in that sense, pure existence is not knowable as object. And everything in the world is unknowable. It's like saying, the necklace is there, chain is there, ring is there. So it's a transaction purpose. I have to pay some 1 or 2 lakh for the necklace, 50,000 for the chain. It's transaction purpose. But only gold is there. The gold is a substance. Similarly, for Gnani, everything in the world is Sarvam Khalid Brahma. Everything is Brahman, which means pure existence. Pure existence is not knowable. That means he cannot know anything in the world, not knowable in that sense. Okay, he can do transaction. There's no problem. A scientist knows water is nothing but hydrogen and oxygen, but still he make a good coffee, he'll enjoy. See, in that sense, Gnani knows world of appearance is mithya. What is there is Brahman only. He'll still enjoy life. He is Mahabhogi. He enjoys life fully in that sense. He's in bliss. So
this goes with that question where Shvetaketu was by knowing which what.
Okay, there was a question in Upanishad. This comes. Shvetaketu's father, Uddalaka, asks Shvetaketu, the young boy who has come from Gurukha, have you studied? Do you know one subject? Do you know one thing? By knowing which you know everything. So a Gnani knows one thing, by knowing which he knows everything. The one thing is not a thing, not an object. That's the Atma. Atma darshanam. First he knows Atma darshanam. So self is not knowable. He comes to a conclusion. Self is pure existence. He comes to a conclusion. Self is pure consciousness. He comes to a conclusion. And I am that self. He comes to the conclusion. Who is that I am here? I am is nothing but the intellect claiming that I am the self. The knower in the waking state, which is Vishwa, claiming that I'm not the body, I'm not the mind, I'm not the intellect, I am nothing but pure awareness, which I am in the pradna, deep sleep state. That claim is to be done. It's a claim. It's a clarity. So now, the pradna who is in deep sleep state, ignorant person, is nothing but pradnana, pure awareness. That understanding is there. And I am that pradna because I am Atma Brahma, the innermost self, which is in deep sleep, is myself only now. Then deep sleep state, I didn't have anything to know, non-duality. Now I have something to know, and all knowledge is ignorance. He comes to conclusion. All knowledge is knowledge of substance, knowledge of the name and form, which is mithya. The real knowledge is the self. The self is there as all aspects of the universe. Self cannot be perceived. It's a pure existence. What is existence? I am that. And this I am that is a very clear jnana. It's not a vague understanding. It's not a concept. Every thought, every knowledge in the world, there's a doubt. But I am that, there cannot be any doubt. That clarity emerges. That clarity is called aparosha jnana. Gold necklace in the gold, you can know gold in chain, ring, everything. If you know yourself as unknowable, you know everything in the world as unknowable, but that unknowable is Atma, that unknowable is Brahman, Atma darshanam, Brahma darshanam, Satya darshanam. That means you know the reality. The question, what is the question you asked? What is self-knowledge? Why it's called self-knowledge? Because self cannot be known. Self can be known as unknowable. Whole of our life, we have a knowledge of self, which is actually problem. I'm the body, I'm the mind, I'm the intellect, I'm objectifying the self and identifying with that. So that means my knowledge of self is erroneous. Find out the correct knowledge of self. That's the meaning of self-knowledge. Correct knowledge. When you find the correct knowledge of self, you understand that self cannot be objectified. Self is unknowable. Then you say initially itself, why do you say self-knowledge? You say self is unknowable. If you say self is unknowable, this fellow will not do anything also. It doesn't search also. Right? So because self is unknowable, after proper investigation, you will come to understanding. Otherwise, your understanding self is unknowable itself is wrong. Because that's also another concept which binds you. Right? See, many people do a mistake now. Atma is non-doer. Then what you should do? I should not do anything. Gnani should sit, close his eyes and sit. It doesn't mean that a Gnani can be fully active in the world, but still is a non-doer. So for people, non-doership means not doing anything. So any spiritual terminology, self-knowledge, or self is not knowable can be misunderstood. That's why a step-by-step guidance is given. Are you clear? Huh?
Brahaspati saying to both Indra and Asura. Asura says, now I know and he knows.
Yeah. So Brahaspati Acharya teaches Devendra and Asurendra. In the first teaching itself, Asurendra, king of demons, I know. So I know, he doesn't know. So Devendra understands he doesn't know. Then he tries to understand further. Finally, he'll come to the conclusion self is unknowable, and that unknowable self is infinite, unknowable self is existence, unknowable self is consciousness, and I am that. I am that is a very clear knowledge. Okay, it's not a vague knowledge. And that very clear knowledge arises in the intellect only. Earlier, there was very clear knowledge that I am body, I am mind, I am intellect, I am husband, knowledge was there. Now that knowledge is replaced by I am that, which is unknowable. Okay. Now this knowledge is very clear. This knowledge destroys all other wrong understanding of the self and wrong understanding of the objects of the world. This is called mukti. Are we clear?
But as you said, Guruji, if that is told before only, there will not be any curiosity or question.
No, that he will not do anything. He will
doing this itself, even see for a Gnani, this is known, or Aparoksha Gnana has happened. But in spite of that, if we look at the this material world, the population, how many people get that interest or curiosity to know this? If it is known that unknowable,
it is unknowable. So why should I do effort?
I think it is blocked.
Better go to pub.
Because of that quest only, I think that it will proceed based on the impressions. Maybe that it will move further.
Are we clear?
Yes, Guruji.